Oh my goodness. Whatever. That's the intro song for the day because oh, let me turn off my own sound because I got it. I was just checking because I don't know what's going on with my channel. I don't know. I don't even want to get into it. It is what it is, you know. There was actually a funny super chat before everyone started. It's from YouTube Censorship. Says, "I'm coming for Adam real soon." No, it was a joke. Obviously, someone keeps changing their name and super chatting. I'm never going to complain about that. So with me today, I've got Karlyn. Hey, Karlyn, how you doing?
Hey
Welcome,
guys.
welcome back to the
Hello.
show.
Thank
It's
you for
always a
having
pleasure to
me.
have you on. Yeah, of course, of course. Today we're going to be talking about AOC playing Among Us. I don't know if you know much about video games or what that game's about, but I'll get into it later when we start talking about it. Then we're going to talk about the predictions for tonight. Tonight is the final presidential debate. We're in for a treat, I believe, because Trump is supposedly bringing along Hunter Biden's business partner.
It's
That's
going to be
kind
the
of,
best. Trump
I
is
know
going to
you.
be all fired up
I know.
tonight.
Oh my God. Do you think they're going to mute him?
Oh yeah, they're going to mute him, and they're going to mute him all the time, and they're not going to mute Biden. But I actually think that's going to be a good thing. But we'll save that for that particular segment.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then we're going to talk about censorship. Brett Weinstein got banned from Facebook today. No reason. He can't even figure out why. PewDiePie is getting shadow banned. Probably the most famous YouTuber in the world, right? Wouldn't you say, PewDiePie? I mean, who else is more famous in the YouTube realms than
Yeah.
him? Maybe Joe Rogan, but I mean, PewDiePie's got over 100 million subs. It's crazy, and I guess he's being shadow banned. So crazy stuff. I also have an interesting article about Ghislaine Maxwell's whole thing that came out today. I don't know if you heard about this.
I have not. I'll be reacting in real time.
Awesome. So that's happening. We'll see if we even, I don't know, get to that. So let's talk about AOC playing video games to try to whip up the votes, because that's really what it is, isn't it? I mean, she
This
just
is like
wants kids to
I
vote.
I don't know anything about gaming other than my husband occasionally dabbles in it, and I know there was like some cringy, like not even cringy, but there was a game that I said like I will become a gamer to play that game. It was like this, what the hell was it? It was like you're controlling a gamer that does like YouTube stuff, and then she's being stalked by someone. And you get to make the decisions. I thought that was like a cool game, but
Seriously? That's the
yes,
game?
I would play that
Oh.
game. I would play that game. I think it looks fun, but
Oh my
like,
gosh. No. I saw
dude,
that game. It looks so horrendous.
I thought it
Oh.
looked fantastic.
You are literally, you are a YouTuber. What? How
I
is that
wanted to
fun?
play out Gamer Girl. Yes, someone in the chat, Gamer Girl. I wanted to play out all the most grisly scenarios and give her horrible advice.
Oh gosh.
Listen, Adam, we have to have an outlet for our most primal of urges. Okay,
What
that's all I'm saying.
is that? Wait, are you saying your primal urge is to have a gamer girl make all the worst decisions that she can make? Is
It's
that what you're
living
telling me right now?
Well, it's living out my unlived self, I suppose. So if I can live it out through Gamer Girl, maybe I will make really great decisions about my
Oh
YouTube
my
channel.
gosh. Oh no. All right. All right. So listen. We've got Representative AOC and Ilhan Omar. I guess she joined also playing Among Us, which I'll be honest, I've played it. It's actually quite fun. It is. It's very simple. It's not a very complicated game. You're just running around a spaceship, fixing things because the spaceship's needs maintenance and whatnot. And there's, I don't know, 8 to 10 players. I don't remember exactly. I think it's 8. Everyone's a different color, and you have to. There's always at least one imposter. Okay, so someone among them is an imposter and tries to kill everyone else. So whenever someone sees a dead body, they have to report it, and everyone meets and says, "Who was it? Where were you? I was with this person. Red was with orange. Orange was with white. Like blue saw purple and whatever." And then everyone votes on who they think the imposter is. Okay,
So,
and whoever gets the most votes gets booted off the ship, like airlocked. And as soon as the imposter gets airlocked, everybody wins. But if the imposter kills everybody, the imposter wins. Now, I haven't even seen an imposter win before. It's kind of and if everyone completes all the tasks, even if you're a ghost, you can become a ghost if you get killed. You can continue doing your tasks. So as soon as the tasks are over, everybody wins and the imposter loses.
So
So
it's kind of
that's
like
Among Us.
it's kind of like Battlestar Galactica with the Cylons.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I got it.
You nailed it. That's exactly it. With very dumbed down graphics and yeah, it's interesting. But it is fun. It's fun.
It actually does sound kind of fun. It sounds like a mixture of like Clue and all these other things. But like, so here's my question: do you think that either of them had ever actually played this game before, or was it their staff that's like, let's give them the easiest possible game so that they can blatantly pander to younger voters?
I never would have thought they've ever played this game at all. They're doing it to pander to young voters. It's crazy. And I mean, AOC's got 7 million. Let me look this up. How many freaking followers she has on Twitter? It's crazy. She's just like a leftist star, isn't she? Let me see. She's got 9.2 million followers on Twitter. 9.2. So she's known. All right. But look at this. AOC plays Among Us on Twitch, sparks one of the most watched streams ever, with 439,000 concurrent viewers. It was the third biggest for an individual streamer of all time. That's crazy. I think half of the people just wanted to see her get killed by an imposter.
That was my question. Like, what is the motivation for people watching? Is it to see like how cringy is AOC going to get on this stream? Is it to see AOC fail like colossally at playing a video game she's obviously never played? Or are they actually supporters? I don't know. What do you think?
I think both. I think there was a bunch of people showing up that were just trying to watch the cringe of a congresswoman, or not a congresswoman, she's a representative. A representative playing a video game that she probably never has played before. Her reactions were, she's an actress too. She leans into the spotlight of what she has, her notoriety now, and you can tell she really enjoys it. So she was, she's, a lot of people think she's super hot. I'm not exactly attracted to her. I hear it a lot. People talk about how they think she's attractive. I think that could have spawned into more of why people were watching her too. I mean, you think about gamer girl. Like, what is a gamer girl? Well, it tends to be, the higher their attractiveness level is. I mean, I'm obviously making assumptions, but half of the people probably were just like simping for AOC because they just think that that's the case. I don't know. So check this out. This is my reaction. All right. So if you played the game, you'll know that sus is short for suspect or suspicious, or someone else said something. Someone asked, what does sus mean? Wait, I don't even have any responses on this. See, this is weird.
Maybe Twitter's throttling you too.
Well, look, I 900 likes, 40 retweets, 0 comments. That's
not right. Well, you know what I know about Twitter? What's that?
Sus. It's sus.
It's sus. It is definitely sus. No, I've definitely noticed that happening on Twitter lately, though, where because I really only read responses by actually going back and looking at my original tweets anymore, and I'll notice that responses get deleted throughout the day. Like they're there 1 minute, they're gone the next. I have no idea.
I don't know. I mean, that kind of goes into what we're going to be talking about later, which is censorship. Lots of things are being censored. But let's stay on the subject here. Check this out. This is something I found very interesting because this is from the Blaze TV. All right. AOC, Ilhan Omar take part in online event organized by a vlogger who last year said America deserved 9/11.
Wow.
Yeah. So the person who put this together for her believes we deserved it. That's what he said. And he backpedals. It shows that he's like, oh, I didn't say they deserved it. I said they deserve. Like, oh, that makes it so much better. My goodness. So
different. That changes everything.
Yeah. So they're clearly this anti-America, down with the system group. That what is their group called? Ilhan Omar, AOC. What are they called? Don't they have like a name? The Squad, right? Suspect. Sus.
Suspect. Sus.
You are sus,
Come on.
AOC. So when I said AOC Among Us, it really feels like she is among us, is the imposter. And then she became the imposter. And then, of course, all the memes were glorious. And the amount of memes that came out so quickly proves to me that a lot of those people that were watching, of that 439,000 people, a lot of them were looking for that moment when she became the imposter. Snap screenshot, boom, meme factory going full blast, getting it out there because she's suspect, you know. Ilhan Omar, we have proof that she was cheating. All these people came forward. Project Veritas, the truth came out, Ilhan, that you were cheating to get votes. How is she still in her seat right now? I don't understand it.
Well,
a guy in Texas was arrested for doing the same thing.
But it's the same as, like, you know, NPR blatantly coming out and saying, we're not even going to report on the Hunter Biden scandal. We don't want distractions. And it's
what?
like, it was the craziest thing in the world. I've never seen anything like it. Like, but this is what they're doing. They ignore the Project Veritas stuff. They ignore, I mean, listen, they're going to talk about this in the debate tonight. You know that. And it's going to completely be brushed off. Like, they're going to basically say, oh, Trump is just acting like this crazy uncle, just making things up when there's no evidence. Of course, there's evidence. There's evidence every single day. Didn't you get, like, a mail-in voter thing today in your own mailbox?
I got it right here.
Mm-hmm.
I got someone sent. So I just got a PO box, and I went and checked it for the first time today, and there wasn't anything in there, which is cool. I just got it. I might be a little sad about it, but that's okay.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint. I got a PO box. You can send me stuff. Anyway, so inside was an official election mail to my PO box for someone that isn't me or anyone else that lives in this house, which wouldn't make any sense anyway because it's a PO box. So this voter fraud thing is happening. It's real. Like, how am I getting ballots to a post office I just signed up for? What? Mm-hmm. How did I get someone's official mail? Like, that doesn't make any. This doesn't make any sense at all. It makes zero sense. So I'm sure some people are going to be, filling these out. I mean, I certainly won't. Yeah. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. You know, like, do I just give it back to the post office? What I find terrible is this person here. I'm not going to say their name. How are they going to vote?
Right, exactly.
How are they supposed to vote? Voting's in 11 days, 11 days. I don't know exactly the amount, but it's coming up. And if they suddenly didn't get their ballot, like, how do I find them? It's my PO box that's on there. I can't. How am I supposed to find them?
And this is why it is crazy. And this is why I'm going in person. Everyone needs to go in person. Like, submit your vote in person. Make sure you get it in. Make sure you get done. Even if you vote absentee, like I vote absentee, like I have to go to, like, the town clerk's office, but they make sure I do everything correctly because there's, like, 4 different steps to filling out the absentee ballot. And so it's just really important. Like, the only way that the voter fraud is not going to make a difference is if as many of us go and vote in person as possible.
Yep. And then. AOC, Ilhan Omar, they know they're gonna lose. They're like, what can we do? What can we do to increase our votership? Let's play a game and get the kids involved in voting. I mean, I'm in my mid-30s and I've played Among Us and it is fun. So now I'm not saying only kids play this game, but for the most part, it's a younger generation. Clearly, they're pandering. Clearly, they're trying to up the amount of votes for Democrats.
It's just so gross. I could understand it if they were actually gamers, okay? I could wrap my head around that, but it's just so gross just to do it for the sake of whipping up those younger voters. I mean, why can't people see through this? Could you see through this stuff when you were younger? Because I feel like I could. I don't know.
I mean, when I was younger, politicians didn't play video games to pander to kids. I mean, that's just
fair enough.
This is new. I haven't seen it before ever. And I mean, I've been a gamer my whole life, but I was not a politician. You know, I'm not a politician now, but I wasn't into politics when I was younger. I just suddenly am now paying attention to politics for the first time. And this kind of stuff is sad to me. I see this and I'm just like, oh my gosh, how low do you have to stoop to try to pander to kids to get them to go vote? Like, oh my gosh, we
Well,
just need to.
it's
People should learn how to vote in schools. How
yes.
is taxes not taught in schools? How is voting not taught in schools? Like the intricacies of how to be a part of the system. No. Here's what the system is. Now go be a lemming and don't worry about how the system functions. We're gonna make it function the way we want it to function to control everybody. That's how I see it.
Well, I think also too, I mean, I learned to vote because my parents brought me, and that was a big deal to go and vote, and it was cool. You got to go behind the curtain, and my mother taught me about it. My father actually never voted, so I never went with him, but my mother definitely brought me with her and taught me. And I think like, it says something that they're so worried about younger people not going out and voting because no one is excited about Joe Biden. No one,
Yeah.
not a single person. And I think that bodes well for people like you and I who want him to lose with spectacular fashion.
Oh, I definitely do. Trump 2020, by the way.
Yes.
Just gonna throw that out there. Yeah, I mean, I mean, my goodness, this whole Hunter Biden thing. You know what? I want to move on because I do want to actually talk. I want to talk about it. We keep skirting around it, but it's like, look, that AOC thing. It's embarrassing. She's trying to pander. Done. All right, I mean, seriously though, this whole Hunter Biden laptop thing, what it's revealing is so much bigger than Hunter Biden.
Yes.
Joe Biden is running for president. He needs to answer for all this stuff. He needed to answer for stuff that was going on a week ago, 2 weeks ago, but now this week, holy crap!
And he will never be asked it. They're not going to ask him about it in the debate. Trump's going to bring it up.
He's been asked about it,
Oh.
and he straight up gets angry. I knew you were going to ask me that. I knew it. And then he storms away. Like, what? That's your response? I knew you were going to ask me about it. So you didn't have something prepared? You just got angry and walked away, Joe Biden? What kind of what does that as a presidential? No, come on.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all. Come on, fat. But that doesn't actually surprise me at all because that's how Joe Biden has handled it every single time he's got criticism. I mean, he sent out a tweet or something, I don't even know, like last week or something where he was like, I will be the president of all Americans. And I was like, let me take you back to a time when Joe Biden challenged a voter to a push-up contest and called him fat. Or another time when Joe Biden threatened a union auto worker for questioning him. Like Joe Biden has no interest in being the president of all Americans. He only has interest in being president, period. He's wanted this for decades. That's what he wants. And it's not about serving the American people. It's about having the office. And that is the scariest thing of all. You should never vote for someone that obviously is more interested in power than they are actually in service.
I agree. Here, enter President Trump's plan to bring Hunter Biden's associate, Tony Bobulinski, as a guest to the debate.
It's so
I didn't even know they had to guess. How does that work? Is that like, what is that all about? Do you know how that works?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how it works in the time of COVID, but I remember like in the last cycle, Trump brought all of like a whole line of women that Bill Clinton had an affair with to one of the debates.
And wait, did they get a chance to speak or something during the debate?
No, they were just sitting there looking ominously, and they held like a press conference before it or something, and each of them got to share why they were there and supporting Trump, and it was just like an epic.
Oh my goodness!
I remember being so pissed. I was like, Trump, no, you are evil, Trump.
Wow. Yeah. So even if Tony doesn't get to speak, right? It doesn't matter. Trump is absolutely going to bring it up. They removed the whole segment of foreign affairs. It's the president. We should know what the foreign affairs policies is going to be. Joe Biden, answer for your foreign affairs ties with your Hunter and with your son and the China dealings and the Ukraine dealings and all the connections between you two and how we've got evidence that you two were colluding to coerce people across seas, in other countries to do things with American tax dollars. Answer for that, Joe Biden. You should answer for that because that is ridiculous. And also, by the way, very illegal to do that. And now they're trying to push this thing. Oh, Trump has a Chinese bank account. Okay.
Oh my God.
That's all you got? That's all you got? We found out China paid Hunter Biden $3 million just as a bribe or some crazy thing. I mean, I honestly, I'm still wrapping my head around the whole Hunter Biden thing, and that's not what the segment's about. We're just it's crazy. Of course, Trump's going to talk about it. Of course, this guy just sitting there, looking at Biden. Biden's going to ignore him. You know, he's going to.
Oh yeah,
man, he's going to get caught up.
Yeah, well, we'll see how Christian Welker handles it, but it's like, what's going to happen is she's going to ask him exactly the same questions that he's been asked in every other debate and every other town hall. Trump, why did you screw up COVID so badly? Do you denounce white supremacy? Do you denounce QAnon?
That whole thing.
Like, that's what he's going to ask.
That whole question. Every time they ask him that, I cringe. Julia Song, actually, I don't know if you know who she is. She's like a reporter / political analyst. She's from Brazil, very insightful. She had this interview that I was listening to earlier today, and she talks about how President Trump, every time he even denounces it, it's almost like they're getting a little bit of a win. Just him acknowledging that he needs to denounce him, as if he had something to do with them in the first place, because he didn't. He never did have anything to do with it. So they're just them asking him is a little win for them, because he never was a part of white supremacy. He said multiple times, any hate group at all, I condemn. Anybody who brings hate at all, I don't like that. Those are his words. He said this countless times. Why do they insist on having this be front and center? Because they're just trying to grill it in. The repetition over and over and over again. And then you hear the news cycle comparing him to different terrible leaders in the past, and just bring it in there. I don't even want to say it because I don't believe it. I think it's ridiculous. The power of words is strong, especially for people that don't really do a lot of research. You know what I mean?
I do. So, and here's the question I have, and I'm going to preface this by saying that I admit that I'm probably being too generous with the media, but I really do like to assume people like positive intent. I do. I question whether or not they actually know they're lying. Have they actually repeated this lie so often that they've convinced themselves that it's the truth, or are they doing this purposefully? And again, I know I'm probably being too generous, but I think it's actually worth considering. I mean, people can convince themselves of things that are absolutely absurd and have no basis in reality all the time. It's actually pretty simple. And so I wonder how malicious a lot of this stuff is.
It's a good point. Yeah, you make a good point. I mean, it truly does feel like the people that believe this stuff, the people that are spouting all these things truly believe it. They really do feel like everyone else is evil, and the world is racist, and everyone's oppressing everyone, and everyone's oppressed also, and and they're like, this is our purpose. We are virtuous, and we're shouting our virtue to the world. As cringy as that feels and sounds, they truly believe it. They truly believe that is their main purpose in life now.
I mean, I definitely believed when I was still a Democrat and I still had Trump derangement syndrome, I absolutely believed that Trump was a racist. Absolutely, 100%. And it was because it was just repeated so much. And we kind of need to separate this from the media, though, because it is the media's specific job to look into these things and to make sure they know what they're talking about. But I mean, just as an job, their job. But it's like as just like an average person who really wasn't paying attention and who believed exactly what the media told me, I 100% believed that Trump was a racist until I didn't anymore, until I realized that he never really did mock a reporter for being disabled. He mocked the reporter, but not for being disabled, which is an important distinction to make.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. One of the things I was thinking about today was, it was in regards to like NPR saying basically, we're not even going to talk about Hunter Biden. We just don't even know what the big deal is. It's like a lot of these people, I don't know about you, but I went to Boston University's College of Communications. That's a really very good journalism school. I was actually majoring in journalism for a while. And, the reason that I was, going down that career path was that I viewed it as a noble profession. I watched movies like Good Night and Good Luck, which is still one of my favorite movies to this day. And it seemed like these were good people that are trying to do noble work, that are serving the public and all this stuff. And I wonder how many journalists today went to school for journalism and they wanted to be one of those noble reporters. And then they get to their jobs at the New York Times and find out they're nothing more than propagandists. Like that's got to be a big kind of mind-boggling moment when you find out that your job at the New York Times is literally to create propaganda. That's what they're doing. And
Yep.
I don't know, the only way I can think to handle it, if you really want that credit as like New York Times reporter, is to trick yourself essentially into thinking you're doing good work. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know.
No, you're absolutely right. And being a reporter 50 years ago was something that there's that meme that floats around, like I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get to the story, even if the mob, tries to kill me and burn my whole life to the ground. I'm going to get to the bottom of the story. And now reporting is like, oh no, someone called me a bad name. I need a month and a half off vacation.
Yeah.
The little big huge dog to the little dog, and that's what it's become. Not only that, the reporting, because of the whole clickbait thing, competing with newspapers competing with these, I don't know, it's not even satire, just like, who cares? This is the news, but this is what people want to read about. It's clickbait. That's all it's about. So, and then one-upping each other, one-upping themselves. All right, this one, I need to get more clicks, so I got to get more ridiculous. And then you take that into the whole thing of, do they even feel satisfied slash, what's the word I'm looking for? If you are spewing out a bunch of just nothing over and over, you're not satisfied with your job. You don't feel like your purpose is fulfilled. But if you convince yourself that it's for, all this stuff is real, and everything you say, you're actually saving people, and the world is evil, and all this stuff that you're, and then they only talk to each other too. The left just stays on the left. The right looks at pretty much everything, or at least the center, which I'm not on the right. I'm not on the left. I try to stay center. But these people are just one-upping each other and convincing themselves. They're in the little echo bubble. They talk to each other like, oh, yeah, I heard that too. And did you hear this too? And they heard it from each other, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And then they convince themselves that it's also true, which then makes them feel better. Like, yes, I'm doing this for a solid reason. And now I feel good about my life because I was feeling terrible about my life before. That's right.
It's the most ridiculous game of telephone that's ever been played, because by the time it comes out of their mouth, or is like they're reporting something, it has no basis in reality at all. And it's just they've been whipping each other up into this frenzy, and like nonsense comes out, and the rest of us that are actually based in reality are like, what are you talking about? This isn't real.
Right? Yeah. I have a friend who sends me news stories all the time. He's so upset that I'm voting for Trump. And he sends me all these things, and I peruse them. I don't read everything because it's getting a little out of hand, and I can't just spend my day reading the things and then looking up stuff to like prove that it's not true. Half the time it just says allegedly. As soon as I see the word allegedly or sources close to this story say, or experts say, I'm just like, I'm over it. I need the real stuff. What's the actual truth? And then the other half is stuff that I already know it was taken out of context. It was, they cut the one sentence out. It's like the Charlottesville thing. Everyone's like, oh, he said there's good people on both sides. And it's like, did you listen to his speech? Very first thing he said was, the neo-Nazis should be condemned, period. Outright, no doubt. And then I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people that just showed up because they don't think people should be ripping down statues. It's like, that is so different than what everyone has been saying. Joe Biden on the debate last time said that. So he himself is pushing this false narrative that is convinced everyone that Trump's racist, which is very not true. If you know him at all, if you actually pay attention to the things that he does, it would prove to you, because the facts are worth way more than your feelings. Did you watch the LGBT left versus right?
Dude, I was in the front row for that debate. I was actually
were you there?
I was there. I was like, I'm not missing this. I'm going to Fort Lauderdale.
It was
amazing, wasn't it?
Amazing. Oh
yeah, it was so good.
Obviously, I said facts versus feelings. That's literally what that debate was. It was, they had the facts, they had the feelings, And as far as I'm concerned, facts win. Feelings
Yeah.
don't prove anything. Feelings are the reason we're in this situation. It's the facts that matter. The facts prove things to me way more than whatever your feelings say. It's ridiculous.
Well, and you saw, just for if people want to watch it, it's on Walkaway's YouTube channel, the LGBT Throwdown, and it was awesome. It's like you watch the whole thing because I mean, Brandon and Blair and Mikey just cleaned up. But you know what's so great
They
about that is,
destroyed. Oh
well,
my
but
goodness.
Brandon was so thrilled afterwards because people were commenting on the video. They were like, "This has made me change my mind, and I'm going to start looking into this." And so they did their job. And I think that one of the things that, because I always like to try to look on the bright side, like what good can come out of the media losing their ever loving minds and becoming propagandists, is average people are starting to do research for themselves because no one trusts anything. And I think like you do deep dives, right? I mean, you get in there and you look at every little component of it, and so you're doing the research yourself, which is
Yeah.
probably what we should be doing anyway.
Agreed. Well, I try to get in there and look into everything. I haven't done a deep dive in a while because running a show is it's a it's a
It's a
process,
job.
funny. It is. It is a job. I mean, I'm enjoying it though. I love being on stage. I love talking to, I love having an audience. I was a musician for a long time, and it does feel, I do enjoy being on stage. Here I am on stage. So I do enjoy it. But man, they really did destroy and prove the facts of what every single thing they said on the left side was just disproven right away. They're just like,
Yeah.
no, Mikey was hilarious. The moderator was solid. Actually, that was a good moderator.
He did a good job.
He did a good job. I mean, the intro to Mikey was a little brutal. I didn't really. Mikey was like, "Who wrote that?" And I was like, thank
Mikey
you for saying
Mikey was
something."
pissed. Mikey and
I
Blair were
bet.
both upset with their introduction.
Yeah, I bet. It's like they did that on purpose. Come on,
Mhm.
they did. But it doesn't matter. They swept the floor with them.
Yeah.
So
And
props to Mikey, Blair, and Brandon. You guys totally destroyed on that event. I really just shout out to them.
And I want to say one more thing about being there, because I don't actually know how well this came across on the video, but 90% of the people in the audience were on Walkaway's team. And so
Oh,
people were
really?
cheering for them and clapping for them. And
Good
there's
job.
actually a point where we were like booing the left because they were saying things that were so absurd. And what a
Really?
feeling that must have been for them to be surrounded by all these people on the right that disagree with everything coming out of their mouth. I mean, I wonder what that must have felt like, because, and I don't even know, because the three of them, after that debate was over, they were like, boo, out of here. They just
Out of
ran.
there. They're like, we got to get out of here. We're in
Yeah.
enemy territory. That's probably what it felt like to them, don't you think?
Oh my God. I bet they were like, no, all these evil Trump supporters, no.
I actually I sent it to a friend of mine who happens to be in that community and is not a Trump supporter, is very much against Trump. And we've had long conversations about it. So I sent it over, and I don't want to really say who it was or anything, but
Mhm.
I got like such a dramatically different response than I expected. First thing that I heard was, my sexual orientation is not up for debate. Like, don't, like, how dare you send me this stuff? And I was just like, what? Do you, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is your community, having a debate about the political things that we talked about already. Like,
Mhm.
scroll up, look at all the conversations we've been having. It's literally this. You're telling me I don't understand because I'm not in the community, so I'm not allowed to say something because I just don't understand. Let everyone else leave it to their own device. Let them leave it to their own devices, which I completely disagree with. Everyone needs to be a part of the conversation, and then it was just like, how did you get that's anything about me trying to change your sexual orientation? Like, what? Like, maybe he saw Walk Away and was like, I don't know, that's what I thought. And then
Mhm.
kind of once the air cleared about what it was, it said something along the lines of, just you sending me this is an insult
Oh my
because
God.
you are insulting my views on things, and I got really bummed. I was like, man, obviously my friend, I know through our conversations, he has fears that, Trump wants to take gay marriage away, and which is ridiculous. He was the first president to support gay marriage. It's, and all these things that I honestly, I was coming from a place of knowing that he had actual fears for his own rights as a human being. And that's why I thought it was important to send that over to him. And he was just so offended and angry at me. And I was just like, you know what? I I've been told silence is violence, but speaking up if I don't agree with you is also violence. But only if you agree can you speak up, but also silence is violence. So it's like, and I truly believe whatever the conversation's about, all people should be a part of that conversation. I don't care what your orientation is. That doesn't matter. That shouldn't define who you are.
Right.
Being whatever your political affiliation shouldn't define who you are. Like, who you are is so much bigger than who you want to sleep with. You are made up of so many more amazing things. And I was coming from a place, obviously, of trying to understand, one, and trying to help, two, and basically help stay informed. If you want to vote for Biden, vote for Biden. That's fine. If you want to vote for Trump, vote for Trump. That's cool. I attack Biden all the time because I think he's corrupt. I think he's disgusting. I think he's sleazy. And I mean, period. Done. All right. You could say the same things about Trump, but I'm not attacking Biden supporters. I don't attack people that support Biden. I don't care about them. I would like to explain, what he does, but these people are attacking Trump's. I'm sorry, they're killing Trump supporters.
Literally,
three or four Trump supporters have been killed because they're Trump supporters. It's like, what is going on out there? Biden supporters aren't being killed.
And you've seen those letters that Trump supporters have been getting, right?
Yeah.
So one person 10 minutes away from my house, literally 10 minutes away from my house, got one of those letters. And so
really?
it's, yeah. And I think that, the distinction you make between, we'll attack Joe Biden every which way from Sunday because he is the presidential candidate. And as sad as I think it is, because he's obviously got dementia and is in cognitive decline and should not be the candidate at all. And his wife should put a stop to it. But he's fair game. He's put himself in this position. But what the left does is they attack Trump supporters. And I think that's a really interesting distinction to make. I mean, they can attack Trump all day long. Trump is the president. He's put himself in this position. That's fair game. But to vilify an entire population simply because you disagree is just, it really just boggles my mind. It does.
I agree. Same thing here. I have, where is this picture? Oh my gosh. Did it get deleted? Are you serious? There was a picture that I found. Here it is. This is from Steve Inman. This guy is hilarious. Normally posts funny things. He's a commentator. And this is what I'm talking about. This right here. This is they're shaking hands. Someone's got a Biden flag. The other person's got a Trump flag. Dope. The media will never show that, so I will. And I just said, I have nothing against people voting for Biden. I have a lot against Biden himself. I wish this was a two-way street more often because this kind of stuff does exist. We gotta bring that back. We gotta have the ability to disagree and understand that people still generally want good for the rest of people. They think I'm saying they, meaning these far leftists, all right, because I don't want to group. I use the term leftists, but it's really just the people way out there, because I feel like most people are in the center bubble of I want everyone to be happy and healthy. A lot of these people that are voting for Biden, I think, just truly believe that he's going to do right by everyone because whatever reason, because they're portraying him as this amazing old man that has nothing he's done nothing wrong. He's an innocent old guy, and that's how they're portraying him. So if you only pay attention to the mainstream news, you'll see that. And then they're vilifying Trump in the same sense. And man, so to bring it back to the walkaway, the debate, what was it called again? The throwdown?
The throwdown.
The throwdown. Yeah. So
Yeah,
the walk away throwdown that happened, what was it, last week? I think it
last
was
Friday.
Thursday,
Time
last
is
Friday.
meaningless.
I know, right? It's crazy. They really showed the truth versus feelings, and it's you take a step back, and that's really what it feels like. Trump's saying the truth, and they're like, no, that's not the truth. We feel this way, and that means we're right. It's like, oh
Mhm.
my gosh, like just because you feel that way doesn't mean we're evil because we don't feel the same way as you. There's such a drastic difference between the two sides here, and it's getting out of hand.
It's
They're
so ridiculous, and to bring it back to your friend as well. I mean, I think that to see if he hasn't been exposed to like LGBT conservatives, I can because I can understand how that might create a sudden cognitive dissonance. And certainly there's an image of like walk away in that community that I think is absolutely completely untrue for many reasons. But
Yeah,
if he actually took the time to watch it, he would see, first of all, they didn't just talk about LGBT issues. They talked about a whole spectrum of issues related to the
true.
election. It wasn't just about, someone's sexual orientation. And I
Yep.
think that was actually a component of the debate that I really liked, because I thought that they were just going to focus on LGBT issues, but it was much broader than that. And I thought it was really good to see the two different sides on that one as well. And I hope that maybe you planted the seed, maybe you planted that nugget. He has the link to the video. Maybe he'll relax and watch it under the dark of night and never admit it. I mean, I know that's basically what I did when I started waking up. Is my husband was like, Karlyn, you should watch Ben Shapiro. You really like Ben Shapiro. And at first I was like, no, I'm never watching Ben Shapiro. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And so like a couple weeks later, he had left the house. I made sure no one was around. I locked the door and I watched Ben Shapiro. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this really wasn't all that scary.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not so bad. No, yeah, I like Ben Shapiro. He's a smart guy. Um so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that debate's gonna be crazy. It's going on what, an hour and a half now?
Oh my God.
An hour and 45 minutes. We are gonna be watching the debate. I am very excited. I'm
I
assuming
can't
the
wait.
Dreamcast show is not gonna be on tonight because the debate's going on. So he'll probably just he'll call a lid as Biden does. So
As
let's
it
talk,
were.
yeah, as it were, let's talk about censorship. Okay, so this happened today.
This
Brett
is nuts.
Weinstein, I have been evicted from Facebook, no explanation, no appeal. I have downloaded my information and I see nothing that explains it. We are governed now in private by entities that make their own rules and are answering to no process. Disaster is inevitable. We are living it.
Mm-hmm.
This is getting way out of hand. What
Mm-hmm.
is going on? Someone said in the comments, this was yeah, Dave Rubin says they weren't just going to stop at Alex Jones. A lot of people said that. They weren't. He was the beginning. Joe Rogan said that. It's the beginning. Of course, they're not going to stop. They're going to keep going until everyone that speaks out against them, against their narrative that they want, they're going to get rid of. Look at Philip Anderson. Got his teeth knocked out by a Black Lives Matter activist. Openly stated he was a Black Lives Matter activist who now has been arrested, knocked out his front teeth. The very next day, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter got rid of Philip. They
That's
got rid of Philip.
nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy because they don't want his message being talked about. They don't want that kind of anti-narrative is really what it is. They're like anyone that really shoves, and he's fighting free speech, so he's openly talking about it. Every single thing he posts is anti censorship, fighting for free speech against Twitter, against Facebook, because they are clearly keeping him down. Brett Weinstein, what was he talking about? He
Right.
wanted unity party. He wanted to basically diversify our political system because they've got a monopoly over it. They know what they're doing, right?
Right. I have never actually been afraid of getting banned from something
Okay.
until today, to be honest. Like
Really?
well, because here's the thing, like there's definitely an increased awareness when you move, or at least there was for me when I left the left and became so open about, Donald Trump and walk away and all that stuff. There's definitely an increased awareness. I definitely minded my P's and Q's a little bit more about what I was posting. I mean, I still like post on Twitter all the time, but I haven't I really do try not to do personal attacks. I just do like commentary on things that may be perceived as a personal attack, whatever.
Yeah.
But like I've never actually been afraid of getting banned because I don't talk about race all that much, and I don't talk about like trans issues all that much, and I'm not really actively trying to be controversial. I'm just saying my opinions. But when
Right.
Brett got when I saw that Brett got a ban today, I was like, if it can happen to Brett Weinstein,
Yep.
it will absolutely happen to all of us because he is not saying anything to I would imagine on Facebook especially, he's not saying anything that's controversial. He's a
Nope.
professor. He's like one of the
Right.
most like measured people in the world. And if they're
Yeah.
gonna do it to him, they're gonna do it to the rest of us.
Boom. Exactly. And I'm honestly, I was a little worried because on Tuesday I did an episode, or in my episode, I talk about the DOJ, you know, going up against Google and, you know, bringing their whole, you know, are they a monopoly? You know, are they forcing their systems on everybody? And Google's like, no, no, no. We just, you know, they do it by choice. Everyone just loves Google. And, you know, people been telling me all week, you know, your channel has been being, you know, I don't know, nothing's showing up when you go live. And, you know, I don't, you know, it's fine. What can I do about it? You know, there's no
Right.
choice. I'm not going to stop talking about the things that I think are really important to talk about. And I think that's Brett. I think I'm spicier than Brett. You
Oh
know, what
yeah. A
every
million
single time I
times.
ever tuned in on him, he's very calm, collected, smart, you know, talking about legitimate things, you know, a lot of political things are, you know, the Dark Horse podcast that I have tuned into have been rather political, but just analyzing it, not even giving real, you know, a solid opinion, you know, just analyzing what is going on. And, you know, you said that you were just fearing about it today. Well, they better
Mhm.
not. You almost hit 100K.
I know, I'm so close to 100K. I'm 225 away from 100K. So guys, if you want to help me hit 100K, I'm
Help
sure
her
the
get to
information.
100K. She is so close. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe. It's really easy to find her. Dr. Karlyn B, or well, Karlyn Borisenko on
Yeah,
YouTube, right? Your full name.
exactly. But I'm sure if you put in Karlyn, I'll probably pop right up. But I have a special. I want to do a shameless plug for a second because
Go
if I
ahead.
hit 100K by tomorrow, I'm going to do something a little spicy. I am. I'm going to do a live stream at around probably like 4:30. It's my happy hour live stream on Fridays, which I get to do when I'm actually home. And if I hit 100K by tomorrow, guys, I'm going to tell the story of how I got fired from New Hampshire Public Radio. It is a it is a story of defeating tyranny, and is a story of victory. And you're gonna want to hear this story. It's really really good.
Oh, I want to hear this story. Oh, I wait. I think I actually know this story. I think
You
you
might
told
know
me
this
this.
story. I may have told you this story.
Yeah, I think you did actually. But that's cool. That's cool. Haha, I know something you don't know,
So
viewers that are
you
watching
can
us right
vouch
now.
for that it's a good story though, right?
It's true. It's true. I have heard this. I have heard this. But it's pretty intense. You know,
Yeah.
you know PewDiePie?
Yeah.
So I guess PewDiePie has also been supposedly shadow banned. This is a
Oh my
tweet
god.
from somebody. I don't know who that shepherd is, but tagged YouTube saying, I have a doubt. So I didn't get a notification when Pewd's new video came out. Plus, I searched up his channel. I got a bunch of his older videos and his channel didn't show up. Did he get shadow banned? As like, I feel like this was kind of like something that, you know, they probably wouldn't respond to, but then they responded like, thanks for tagging us, we're looking into it, we'll update you more. And then I looked at on Pewd's page and he did a video about, like, well, he didn't do a video on it, he was doing a video, but it's titled like, what's going on, like, am I shadow banned? It's like, what's going on? PewDiePie isn't even the political analyst. Like Pew News, he doesn't even do Pew News anymore. I don't think he did it for a little while, but then stopped. I don't know. He's a internet commentator. He's still, doing his thing. And I don't know. It's interesting then that he would have gotten, shadow banned. He's like the largest YouTuber on YouTube, 100
It
million subs.
it's so ridiculous. Like, did they think that no one was going to notice? I mean, like,
Or
this is not a secret, right?
right.
And the Quartering, I think, did a video on this as well. Where I mean, if you just search PewDiePie in the YouTube platform, nothing comes up. Basically, like a video of his that's a year old, his channel doesn't even come up.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it right now. Let's do this.
Real time.
Real time. Let's see. I've got my YouTube right here. All right, let's see. PewDiePie. First thing. Okay.
Oh, I
So
guess the channel's coming up
all right,
there. So that's
it shows
good.
up. It shows up. So
Maybe they
we're
did
good.
fix it.
All right. So I mean, who knows though? You know, I don't know what's going on. A lot of people are saying it's like their last ditch effort. Like they don't even care. They just need Biden to win and Trump to lose. Period. Pull out all the stops, block everyone we can, get rid of anyone that's a threat. We can't have anything getting in the way. We need to try to subdue this Hunter Biden email thing. And the New York Post is still banned on Twitter, or not banned, they're just
That's
blocked. Still
crazy. I mean,
what?
I think that best case scenario, we can only hope that things go back to normal or some semblance of normal after the election when people perhaps start to regain some of their sanity. Now, who knows if that would, if Donald Trump wins, as we both hope that he will, who knows if they'll maybe even just double down. But if Donald Trump wins and they double down, I think they're actually screwing themselves. I mean, Donald Trump would absolutely go after them. I think once he
Absolutely.
got reelected, and then it's going to be Trump. Oh my God, Trump needs to get reelected so badly. Like his second term would be fire. He would not hold back for anything. I feel like he's been holding back so much for the sake of reelection, which is good. I want him to get reelected. But
Same.
can you just imagine like Trump unleashed? It would be amazing.
I would love that. Although he did say in an interview a couple days ago that he would be kinder during his second term. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I feel like if he gets reelected, he's not going to have to deal with the whole Russia hoax, which has been disproven. Hillary, I'm talking to you right now, or all the other countless people that were in on it. Joe Biden, Obama. Yeah, that we proved is not real, that they still talk about. They still are trying to make it a thing. They're still trying to convince everyone that, Russia colluded. And it's like, gosh, they disproved that. Didn't Joe Biden's talked about it. Like they keep trying to like pin Trump as this like mastermind, criminal. And it's like, dude, all those things have been disproven, but they just keep talking about it.
I believe that Trump would be calmer, to be honest. First, because I think that Trump has I feel like he really has reined it in a lot. In the past year or so, I think he's acting much more presidential. But they don't give him any credit. Did you see the footage that they released today from the 60 Minutes interview?
What? No.
Oh, Adam, you're gonna love this. So Leslie Stahl did an interview with Trump and Mike Pence at the White House, and I guess 60 Minutes was gonna release it on Sunday, but it started coming out the other day where Trump stormed out of the interview, and then the White House basically released their footage earlier today,
like
he
was gonna do
preemptively. Oh, it's amazing, but what's amazing about it is the part where Trump stormed out.
Yeah,
he was incredibly cordial and nice.
Really?
He really was. I was like, this is the most anticlimactic thing ever. He was basically just like the same thing. He was like, you're not listening to the answers, and this is absolutely happening. And then someone butts in and is like, we've only got 5 more minutes before we bring Pence in. And Trump is like, well, I think we've got enough. I think it's over. And he got up and he kindly walked out. There was no yelling. There was no shouting. There was no ruckus. It was all very cordial. But when it got reported out, what did they say? Trump storms out of 60 Minutes interview with Leslie Stahl. God. It's like, that's not what happened.
Clout chasers. That's what it is. They're just trying to, I mean, Trump is the biggest name on the planet. Anytime they can spin anything that involves him, they're going to do it, and trying to make him as, villainous as they can. And that's, it's not working. The general American public, I feel, looks at him and goes, we get it. We want him as president because he did a good job for all of us. Stop trying to blame the pandemic on him. Stop trying to blame this lack of jobs in 2020 on him. That's the Democrats trying to keep things closed. Stop trying to blame him for the 200,000 deaths when back in March, they were saying 2.5 million people were going to die. Therefore, he saved 2.3 million people. Like every time they say 200,000 people died, I'm like, yeah, wow, it's better than 2.5 mil. It's amazing that we didn't have it. So it must not be as bad as they said it was going to be, because
Right. And what I
they
love
drilled it in there. Go ahead.
and what I love now is that they're trying to blame Europe. Like, China is no longer at fault for this. They're like, "Oh, it came from Europe." Like, no, it didn't come from Europe.
What?
Every single one of us knows where they came from. But I guess it's probably safer to blame Europe because they're white, right? I'm sure this is the rationale behind it. Um, but I want to come back to the censorship thing before I forget a key point here
Sure,
about
sure.
Brett Weinstein getting banned from Facebook.
Yeah.
Brett is one of those people, and Helen Pluckrose. I've got a bone to pick with Helen Pluckrose. I just posted a video on my channel like right before this came out.
Who's
Both
that?
Helen Pluckrose is kind of like James Lindsay's partner in crime. She was the co-author of Cynical Theories, and generally speaking, I really like her. I think she's incredibly smart. I think that she's really pushing back on a lot of the social justice stuff, and mad respect for that. But both her and Brett, well, I don't know if Brett's voting for Biden, but both her and Brett blatantly have Trump derangement syndrome, and they're letting that Trump derangement syndrome get in the way of really seeing that he is the only one fighting this. Like,
Yeah.
in some respects, I have to say, Brett, like you hate Trump. You don't want to support him. He wanted to do his Unity Party ticket, which I think is actually a really interesting idea, but not right now when the house is on fire. And so, you know what? You get what you deserve, man. Like, you got banned on Facebook. Trump is the only one fighting this. If only there was a candidate that was actually fighting for us. And then Helen Pluckrose came out today with an open letter begging liberals to vote for Biden. And I was like, and she had all these facts wrong in it, like, if you are in favor of racial equality and gender equality and LGBT equality, I was like, Helen, like, Republicans and Trump aren't against those things.
See, that's what I don't understand though. If he has TDS, why would they have banned him?
I don't, and
like,
it's
he
the
doesn't even
weirdest
know.
thing.
He said he doesn't know why he got banned. It doesn't make sense, especially if he's got TDS. Like, what happened?
He's got TDS in like the worst way, and I think that's the saddest thing. Is like, I mean, talk about not voting in your own self-interest. Like, in this case, we have a problem. Is Trump a perfect candidate? Absolutely not, in any way, shape, or form. But he is the guy that we have. I hate this argument that they make that Trump is not the guy to fight critical race theory. Well, he's the guy that we have. That makes him the guy to fight it. And so I'll take what I can get.
Wow. Well, yeah, that's so that's that. I got a little distracted. Everybody is talking about what is going on right now on Fox.
Oh no.
It is so the guy who is going to be joining Trump later, Tony, is live right now on Fox talking about different things that I'm basically just nuking the Biden campaign. Everyone in chat is just, the Biden campaign is done. He just nuked, like they are just dropping bombs like crazy. And so I have some people that are elaborating to me that he won't go into specifics, but I guess they're talking about the loan from China, about Biden getting a cut of the money, basically elaborating on more of the stuff that just dropped earlier today or last night. Jack Posobiec posted it, and it's just phone calls, emails. Like, it is just it's crazy what's going on right now. It's hard evidence. My goodness. And he's got 3 phones full of evidence that they're talking about. So I mean, I don't know anything about this. I'm live right now, but I have people basically reporting to me. I'm reading my Discord channel right now. They're basically telling me what's going on. He can't. He refused to answer any questions because he's going in front of the Senate tomorrow. Wow, this is going to be crazy. All right,
really?
So my goodness, I can't help but thinking and bringing this up. The Hillary Biden 2020 was the domain name was taken and bought 7 months ago. Did you know about this?
I did not know about this.
Now, I found this out a couple days ago. And I thought Biden was going to be replaced by Hillary back in August. In June, I think I said it on the Timcast show. I called it. I was like, Hillary's going to take his place. Biden's going to step down from dementia or being old, and they're going to nominate someone else, aka Hillary. And it's almost like they knew this could come out, and if it did, then they had a contingency plan, which Hillary would step up and be like, you vote all those votes for Biden. Haha, I tricked you. You're actually voting for me. Her eyes start flaming. Horns come out, and, she starts throwing pitchforks at everyone. Very drastic image, but it's crazy.
Please.
No, so
that would be amazing.
Yeah, I don't think that would be legal, but it's just crazy. If this is, I mean, it is real. It's proof. So this is insane. I can't wait to go check it out. It's weird. I'm live and I'm telling people to go watch something else, but I don't care. This is nuts. This is crazy. I mean, it's more proof that Biden should not be running for president. What is going on? He's so corrupt. He was taking part of the money. He's getting money to make decisions, to make moves as vice president, using his powers through his son. Like, this is corrupt. This is corrupt stuff. Oh my god.
You know what? You know what this is? This is karma. This is karma in action right here. This is why I don't vote early ever, because you never know what's going to come out. You never know. I always vote on election day is if I possibly can, for this specific reason. Anyone who's voted before this, who knows what they're going to think of Biden after this week? You can't take that vote back, man.
Right. I agree. I mean, again, I knew who I was voting for, but my goodness, if you voted for Biden, now it's like, yikes. Sorry. All right, look, we don't have too much. Oh yeah. Well, I guess we can go a little long, because I don't know if the Timcast show is going to be on tonight, but I have a feeling they're not going to go on because the debate starts at 9. But I do want to get into these super chats. So let's there's a bunch of super chats. Let's get into it. A good fart says Adam loves me. A good fart joke. It's true.
Okay.
I love a good fart joke. There's no denying it. Mark Robichaud says you must construct additional pylons. I think that's a Among Us something / Battlestar Galactica kind of brought them together. Maybe, I don't know. Gerald Armstrong says Trump should call Biden the big guy tonight.
He should.
Nice.
Yes, I would pay for it.
He might. Who knows? Jedi Knight Anaquin Cringerocker says, "Are you excited for the elder abuse tonight?" Now I am. I mean, I was already, but my goodness, now even more so. Jeez.
Like a whole new thing.
What is Biden gonna do? What is? Oh, it's a StarCraft reference. That's right. Sorry, guys. Yeah, StarCraft. I wasn't a big StarCraft player. I was playing Diablo 2. Diablo took precedence over StarCraft. I went from Warcraft 2 to Diablo 2, and StarCraft just never was a thing for me. I don't feel bad. I wasn't a StarCraft player. Sorry. Yeah, everyone gets upset. Whatever. That's all right.
Someone downvoted you.
Diablo 2 was better than StarCraft 2. I'll say it. That's right. Fight me.
Take a stand. Put that stake in the ground.
That's all right. Where was I? Mark Robichaud says you require more Vespine gas. See, more things I don't know what is that? You know what that is?
I have no idea.
No clue. I don't know. Let's see. Chet Chisholm, Jeff Toobin, and those trying to cover for him clearly demonstrates that these far left individuals are all a bunch of wankers. That worked on multiple levels, Chet. I like it. That's good.
Oh, don't even get me started on that whole affair. I will rant for 3 hours.
No. I don't want you ranting. I already did an episode on it, and I laughed most of the episode because it's hilarious. #WankGate 2020. Mark Robichaud says Ian was tubing last night on Timcast. Whoa. I don't know.
That's
I don't know about
too
that.
Much information, dude. Don't spread fake news. Come on.
Fake news. Mark Robichaud again says Among Us is a social game, pure and simple. It's true. That's why it's so fun, because it's social. We're social humans, and that's it. Sarah says, so pumped you have Dr. Karlyn on. She's the best. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Mark again says, I'd rather choke a chicken than play that trash. Well, okay. All right. Mark, a fake Mark Robichaud. I'm just saying, this is a fake Mark Robichaud. Says, I steal bikes from little kids. I see you. I know you're fake. I know the real Mark Robichaud super chats. Here's from the real Mark Robichaud. Among Us to the polls, cringe fest, neck myself. My goodness. A happy lion says AOC gamer girl bathwater coming when. That's funny. A man behind the scenes says one of my friends thought AOC was hot back when he saw the video of her dancing. Then she opened her mouth and spoke, and his opinions changed fast.
Isn't it always the case? If they just didn't talk.
My goodness. Mark Robertshaw says AOC has a nice rack of wine. Honest. Good one. Good one. Aaron Weiss says, you got a Frederick County ballot. We're a county away. Adam, let me come on the show. I have space elves to show the world and 6-string tritones to play. Aaron, it's funny that you've been trying to get on my show for basically since I started, and we're only one county away. That is rather funny.
I think it's a sign. I'm just saying. Who knows?
Casual Goat says, my girlfriend's dead father got a ballot. And they say voting, fraud
no evidence of voter fraud.
Not a thing. Yeah,
absolutely
BS.
No evidence of
I have
voter
someone
fraud.
else's ballot right here. This is not mine. Someone sent this to me. What am I supposed to do with this? They didn't send it to me. They just sent it out. Craziness. Sarah says, we have a package in the mail for your P.O. box now, Adam. I got you, man. Thank you, Sarah. That is awesome. I'm very excited. And I'm gonna be open them on my show. Like, I'm gonna do that. I don't care. I don't know what's gonna be in them.
I'm gonna send you a mystery package now.
Send me a mystery package.
I've got an idea.
It better be a Technicolor quilted cloak.
It's gonna take me several months to knit you a Technicolor dream coat. Okay, that's a long-term project. I have a way better idea for a mystery package that you're gonna open live without knowing what's in it.
But you are going to do it, right? You are going to knit me a multicolored Technicolor dream coat?
I will knit you a Technicolor dream coat, I promise.
All right, for those who are wondering, you can go to my website, adamkrigler.net, and donate to me directly if you'd like. There's my Bitcoin wallet, my PayPal wallet. But most importantly, my P.O. Box number is right there. P.O. Box 68, Brunswick, Maryland, 21716. If you would like to send me some stuff, that would be great. Thanks. Moving on, let's see. Sergeant Hodel says, guys, Kayleigh McEnany or AOC? Kayleigh McEnany, of course. No questions asked. No hesitation.
I'm not even a lesbian, even though people think I am, and I would even say Kayleigh McEnany.
Man, she's an incredible woman. She's super knowledgeable. She is quick. She's super smart, and just seriously, she's a pleasure to watch. And she's hot. Yeah. Yep. Whip Low says, mash the like button. Mash it. Mash. I'm going to spin the UFO for you, wimp. Spinning this UFO for you. Thank you very much. Smash that like button, everybody. Come on. Smash, 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 smash and spin. Smash and spin. Smash. Mark Robertshaw says, Trump 2077. Annex Canada. Wait, what? 27. Lots of messages there. Carl's Jr. says, annex the moon. No, we need the moon. What are you talking about? Antonio says, whoa, can't wait for the Adam and Tim reunion on election night. Hey-o. Yeah, is that happening? I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe that's happening. Yeah. Is that? I don't know. Like, Nova says, big fan of Karlyn. Keep doing what you're doing. You are an amazing human being. I'm going to just split that. They were talking to both of us right there.
Excellent. I think so too. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Visit Shooting Sports USA to learn about competitive shooting. Thank you, Nova. Yeah, we'll check it out. Alex says, shout out to both of you. Love y'all. My sister has been studying critical race theory for years. Any advice? She doesn't like opposing opinions. Ooh, Karlyn, take it away.
I mean, if she's already kind of indoctrinated by it, it's like a mind virus that takes over. I really don't have any good advice other than to create space for her to change if she wants to. And in the meantime, just show her love, show her consideration, be calm, don't get into fights. It really is the only way we can get people to actually change, guys, is if we are kind to them. Like, the left tries to get people to change by telling them to shut up and listen. That doesn't work. People have to want to listen. They have to want to change. And the best thing that you can do as a friend or family member is to show them love, show them consideration, show them compassion, show them that critical race theory is not the only way to be a good human being, because that's really what they think it is. They think it is about being a good human being. It's not.
Right. I agree. It's basically convincing people that white supremacy is a thing. or
Right.
excuse me, supremacy is a thing. You know, they're just trying to convince you, and by convincing you, they're creating that divide, and that they're actually creating supremacists. Because if you believe it, that means you believe in supremacy in some form. These people, it's crazy. The next super chat says there seems to be a lot of black white supremacists. That's random. Oh, that's from Mark Robichaud. All right. Ribs exposed. Like Adam says, there's only one race, the human race. Perfect timing, Ribs. I was thinking it. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. There's only one race. We're all human beings. Period. Salty Scotch says, I love you or I love both of you. You're good people. Thanks. Thank you,
Thank
Salty.
you.
Thank you. Ken Asplin says, words are powerful. As I say, it's not a race, it's a species. Okay, yeah, we're the human. Well, I mean, the human race is a species, right? It's not a race. We're not racing anywhere. Well, I see what you mean, though. I see what you mean. Oz says, listen here, fat. We're going to solve this. There's been deaths more in the last years because, the thing, 200 million dead. When you finish reading this super, I'm over my, I'm sorry. How did I do? Was that good?
That's perfect.
Thank you. That was from a man behind the screen. Salty Scotch said, Salty Army in the house. Salty Bear, don't be upset. Salty Bear's upset that he's not on screen right now. He loves screen time. I got a super chat jump. Give me a second. Sorry, I don't know where we... Wow, lots of super chats tonight. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. Here we go. Mark Robichaud says, remember when Adam did deep dives? I remember.
Back in the day.
Petridge Farm remembers. Nova says, is it just me, or is Vaush like the worst, most uninformed YouTuber ever?
Yes.
I just can't understand how ridiculous his views are. Honestly, I have never watched a Vaush episode at all. I've seen little clips of people posting his stuff on Twitter, and I only really responded to one where he was basically saying like child abuse. I'm phrasing it this way: child abuse should be allowed. And I was just like, what? F this guy. I don't care what he talks about. The fact that he says that and thinks that, done. I'm not worth my time.
He did a reaction video to my PragerU video in which he called me the C word that I won't even say, and I swear, but he called me the C word twice.
Wow.
I was like, that was crossing the line. No, he's a moron.
Shun says, I took my parents and did early in-person voting and went full Republican, this being my first time voting on a federal level. Puerto Rico 51, Trump 2020.
Yay!
Nice done. Woo! Yes. Salty Scotch says, thank you. A couple salt shakers. Mark Robichaud says, orientation is offensive. Go ask Tim Tubin. I love Trump. Mark Robichaud says, it's not murder, it's life, libertarian, bro. Oh, okay. Right. Amber, thank you for that super chat. Ribs Exposed says, one word of truth shall outweigh the whole world. I hope so. That's how I would like to think. Ken Asplin says, back in the day, we had Rubin's thing pop up. Nowadays, it's the Tubin thing that popped up. That whole Tubin thing. Varen says, hey, Adam, did you get the Clown World t-shirt my fiance sent you? It's from Westerner on Parlor. Hope you like it. I haven't gotten it, but hopefully it arrives soon. Thank you. I'm looking forward to getting it. Mark Robichaud says, that was a BLM dental appointment, bro. But nice one, Mark. Salty Scotch says, Salty Armor, let's roll for Karlyn B. Salty Army, go follow her channel. She is this close to 100K and getting her silver plaque, which I should get mine.
You gotta get on that plaque, man. I do this for the damn plaque. Come on.
No, that is not why I'm doing this. I honestly, it's like, okay, I'll get a plaque. Sure. I'm still going to do my thing. Let's see.
I don't really care. I just want to be able to retire.
You don't really care. Sure.
Retire in triumph.
Yeah. Sean says, if the option to do early voting is available in your state, use it. MAGA 2020, lock the establishment up. I'm threading the needle right now because as soon as I moved here, I registered. I'm waiting for my registration card still. Hopefully it arrives next week because I'm registered as soon as I could. I'm gonna be really pissed if it doesn't come back in time. Brinder
I'm
says
sure you'd be able to vote like provisionally or something if it doesn't, right?
I don't
bet
know
you
how
could.
it works, honestly. Let's see. Brinder says, when I voted Trump in 2016, I liked him, but was leery of whether or not he would hold up to his promises. 2020, promises kept. Karlyn, already subbed. Awesome.
Thank you.
Sean says, Trump is the Goku America needs. Also, the leftists that go posting about go vote don't have the orbs to say Biden, but get salty when people say Trump. Yep, it's true. Alec Torelli's Hidden Chips says Brett Weinstein was talking about the virus was created in a lab. That's why he was banned.
That still doesn't seem like a bannable offense to me. That seems like a removing of the post offense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. Exactly.
You know what's weird is like on my Facebook, I have like several violations, but they won't tell me what it's for, and I don't even really post politics stuff on my Facebook all that much. But it's just like, you broke some rule, but we're not going to tell you what you broke the rule for. Facebook is sketchy.
Yep. Yeah, I don't really go on there much. Let's see. Brian says, you're in my next drawing of Trump coming soon. Oh, that sounds really cool. I'm hyped on that. Thanks, Brian. That's cool. Fractal says, Tony Boblinsky, Hunter Biden associate, just did a press interview. He said he's a patriot, and he corroborated all the evidence and said that they're lying. Yep, of course they're lying. I mean, yeah. Well, so yeah, that was breaking right when it was happening. Jedi Knight Anaquin Cringewalker says #MeTubin. Ethan says Biden will just deny everything, and the moderator will just back Biden up. Yeah, because the moderator is definitely biased, which is ridiculous. E says Dr. Karlyn would low-key dominate at Among Us because it's all about psychology of people trying to convince others of their innocence. Nailed it.
I've often thought I would be really good at Big Brother, but I wouldn't tell anyone I was a psychologist. Obviously, I have to go in there with like a nice little lie and pray that no one ever saw me on YouTube or anything, because I feel like I would dominate at that game. I do.
I believe it. Let's see. Mark Robershaw says Ian's hands were always under the table. What is that? Oh, come on, Mark. Get out of here with that.
Fake news. Fake news.
Tenkai says, Adam, did you know that Cuba, China, and Venezuela are in the UN in the Human Rights Committee? Makes you think where the world is going, huh? Yeah, I know. It's terrible. It's pretty insane about how and the China member, I think, is the head of the board or something of the Human Rights Committee, which is totally blows me away. Mark Robershaw says, my Diablo character can one hit yours, get wrecked. Bring it on. Lopan Street Sorcerer says Jeff Toobin was Lubin the Toobin. Nice. Oh, I just got a super chat jump. There we go. Lewis Rich says, just subscribed, Karlyn. I apologize. Been meaning to do that since you first appeared on Adam's show. Love you both. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I am now 147 away from 100K. And if I hit 100K, I'm going to tell you guys a very scandalous story live at 4:30 tomorrow. So
you just gained 100 since we started. If you guys can go sub to her channel, just even for a day. I mean, you can unsub. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Just kidding. No, go sub. She's great. You post a lot of content, actually. All sorts of really good stuff.
Yeah.
So go
every
follow
single day. And if we hit 100K by tomorrow, I will tell you guys all how I got fired from New Hampshire Public Radio in glorious bridge burning fashion.
Spicy. Anthony Seibert says, you must construct additional pylons. Love your show. A StarCraft reference. I know that one. Hey, I know that one. Aaron Vice says, literally over Westminster, Carroll County. It's a drive down 17. I'm in Brunswick. We can make this happen, Adam. We can play Stellaris. Brunswick, that's literally where my post office or my P.O. box is. Interesting.
It's a sign.
Don't start hovering at the post office. That might be weird. Josh and Jesus says, Adam, I'm a big fan. Also a former homeless man who turned his life around and is graduating from Iowa State University in a month. Could you give me a 30-second video shout out on graduation week? Could I get you to give me a 30-second video shout out graduation week? Josh, I gotta say, that is amazing to hear. What an incredible, I mean, from what I just heard about your story, you went from being a homeless man to turning your life around to then now graduating from Iowa State University. That is incredible. What an achievement. Congratulations. I mean, I'm inspired myself. You know, I never went to college myself. I just kind of, to be honest, stumbled through my life and things have happened for me. But for those who don't have it, I mean, I'm lucky. I know I am. But for those who haven't had the luck that I have, the key is to work hard and believe that you can do it. And you, from what I just seen, you believe that you can do it and you've done it. So congratulations, Josh. I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. So good job.
Congratulations, Josh.
Mark Robertshaw says human is offensive. I actually identify as a God. All right, Mark. Good. You're funny. Jonathan Gonzalez, thank you for that super chat. Alex says, follow up on my sister's critical race theory. Can I just tell them that they are being an idiot and show them a video of yours?
I mean, you can show them my white fragility videos. I just don't think it's going to be very effective.
Yeah, right.
Just
exactly.
because you can doesn't mean you should.
Oh, that's funny. I guess that's what you would. They said, what should I recommend? I guess, yeah, that would be the one. That simple nope says Tubin was caught cranking that Soulja Boy. Nice. Kent Leon Welling says Vaush uses big words and says nothing with them.
True.
Funny. Alex says Vaush shills to be noticed by Karlyn and Sargon. Yeah, I guess probably, right?
Vaush wishes I would debate him.
Oh, he does?
In his wildest dreams.
Somebody wants to get him on the show.
Ugh. Really?
Yeah, supposedly. You didn't hear that from me. Jonathan Gonzalez, thank you for that super chat. Boxer Tales, bing bing bing. Thank you for the becoming a member. Bing 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 bing. Kurt says the C word is Australian for hello. Okay. Six Semper Tyrannis says Lil Sister voted third party in 2016. She's voting Trump this year because the left advocating segregation and her husband is a different race. The left has gone too far. Yes, they have. They are literally pushing for segregation. It's ridiculous. Oh, the mighty mitochondria. Bing, 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 bing. Became a member. Thank you very much. Montana Horseman says, just saying hey and keep up the good work. Nice to see you, Karlyn. Hey, Montana.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing up, as you always do. One of the commenters in my chat from the very beginning of Timcast IRL to all the way to the beginning of Adamcast IRL. Thank you, Montana, for your constant, just being there for me. I appreciate that. Chrissy, hi, Karlyn.
Hi, Chrissy. Chrissy's one of my watchers, so
right on.
I appreciate you dropping by, Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy. Einar, thank you for that super chat. Glenn King says Marth is bigger than Fox in Super Smash Brothers Melee. Okay. Mark Robertshaw says, I don't peddle fake news. I'm CNN. I saw it happen. Sure. Einar, thank you for that super chat again. Mark Robertshaw said, Zug Zug. And then Mark says, spawns more overlords. Skylar says, Adam, you sound more intelligent than a lot of people I know that went to college. Well, thank you, Skylar. Just because I didn't go to college doesn't mean I don't do my research. And, that's really the key to life is understanding what's really going on. But thank you for that. Sean says Tubin is causing earthquakes all over the Pacific with how ferociously he does it. Oh my goodness. I love Trump. I love Trump. I love Trump. Free Nation Radio says you should have Philip Anderson on. He says the black man. I know who he is. The man who had his two front teeth knocked out by a black bloc type. Him being suspended from social media is a travesty and shows their true intentions. I've actually talked to Philip. We've spoken on the phone multiple times in the past few days. I started a Kickstarter for him, which has over $30,000 for him right now.
Amazing.
It's incredible, and everyone showed up to help him because he really is standing up for free speech and fighting against big tech. So, yeah, he said he would absolutely come on my show. So it's going to happen. Yep, you heard it here. Dalmer says, well, hello there. I just wanted to say, watching both of your journeys has been great. Keep America great 2020. Thank you, Dahmer. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Lucas says, always a great show. Getting inspired to start a show here in Canada. Awesome. Do it.
Do it.
Start. That's it. That's all it takes. Getting it going. The man behind the screen says Diablo is better than Diablo 2, which is better than Diablo 3. Stay a while and listen. I don't know if I agree with you, though. I think Diablo 2 is better than Diablo. I played Diablo. I played Diablo 2, and I played Diablo 3. I prefer Diablo 2. The unrepresented says subscribed. Yes.
Yay.
Please subscribe, everybody. If you haven't subscribed, I'm down below. Go over to Karlyn's channel. Subscribe to her. Where are you at right now? Did you hit 1,000?
40. I need 40 more people. Let's see if we can get 100,000 on this show, guys. 40 more people. Yeah.
We only need 40 more people for her to hit 100,000 subs. Please go subscribe to Karlyn. Karlyn Borisenko, you can just go up to the search bar right now. Go over there and subscribe. If she hits 100,000 subscribers, I'm just going to say it was because of me forever. And let's make it happen so I can hold it over her head forever. Please. Come on.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly
fine.
Do it
for me.
Do it, guys. Do it.
Don't do it for her. Do it for me. She has it over my head that she was my first guest ever, so I need something over her, so give me that. All right, hold on. Everyone's like, post the link. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna
up quick now. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it.
Force the hand. I'm gonna force the hand right here. All right, I got your channel.
I am. Yes, we did it. Yes,
we did it.
Yes, we did it.
We did it. 100K.
Woo!
Yo, you're welcome.
Adam, I appreciate it. Thank you all for subscribing. I promise not to let you down.
Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. And you deserve it, honestly. You're very smart. And you have very great opinions. That's why I love having you on my show. And honestly, thank you for joining me. It's always a pleasure. So,
well, thank you for having me. I mean, these are one of the most fun conversations I always have. So I always enjoy coming on.
Oh, I'm so stoked. That's stoked. Awesome. I'm psyched.
Thank you guys for subscribing.
Karlyn?
Oh, do it. Do it. Spin the UFO. Spin the UFO.
Hold on,
wait. In my honor.
Can you see it yet? Tell me when you can see it.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
I needed you to see this, Karlyn. This is just
I get my own UFO spin? Oh my God.
No one else look. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, everybody. This is only for Karlyn. All right. Are you watching, Karlyn? Are you watching?
I feel so loved. I'm watching.
All right, good. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's just for you. I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. Awesome. That is dope.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
YouTube exclusive. 100K. Wow, that is huge. Congratulations.
A lot of people.
All right. Smoking Diaries or Smoke Shop Diaries says, yay, 2 of my favorite YouTubers. I got to say hey to a fellow HR pro. Hey.
Oh, yay. Hey.
Mark Robershaw says, Diablo 3 is trash like Fallout 76. Accurate. No lies detected. Nova says, great. More support for shooting sports. A great way to support your Second Amendment rights. Shooting Sports USA and NRA publications, websites are great. Okay, right on. Brian Beatty says, pray for Colorado. East troublesome fire threatens Estes Park and Granby, largest fire on record in Colorado. Yes, I did hear about the fires in Colorado. It says spin the UFO. I will spin it. It's spinning fast, but spin it for you, buddy. John says, can't fix stupid. Excuse me, but we sure can point it out. Yes. Definitely, and I love pointing it out.
Exactly.
Mark Robershaw says, thanks for the show, Adam and Karlyn. Go vote Trump. We'll do. We definitely will. Zach Darce says, Adam, I've listened to Tim for a while and just heard a few minutes from the podcast where you disagree with Tim a lot. You sound like you really care about truth and aren't tricked by the two-party illusion. I agree. I'm not. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm an American. I just want the best for everybody. Simply put, that's just the way it is, Skylar says, congrats, Karlyn. Love always. Thanks, Adam, too. Thank you.
Thank
Skylar.
you.
Appreciate that. Hunter Biden's crack pipe gave me $1. Thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. All right. So listen, that is the end of our super chats, everybody. Thank you for going to follow Karlyn. Karlyn, congratulations on 100K. I'm so stoked for you.
I feel so much more accomplished than I thought I would at this moment, in this illustrious moment.
Awesome, awesome. So I'm gonna go prepare, make some popcorn for the debate tonight, the final debate. I'm gonna go watch this Fox thing because I want to
Yeah,
go
for
see what
real.
this guy said. I guess he dropped some bombs on the Biden campaign. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I will be, of course, going live on my Twitch channel later on tonight, Twitch TV/Adam Crigler. I don't know what game I'm going to be playing, but tomorrow, one of my best friends in life is flying here. He's going to join me on my show. His name's Josh. He also goes by The Fernk. He joins me on my Twitch channel, and we're going to be rapping about different stories that we've been. He was my roommate in New York for a long time. We've got plenty of different stories and we're going to talk about it. Maybe talk some news too, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Then we're going to, of course, on my Twitch channel afterward, build his brand new computer. I have all the components right here. We're going to build a computer on my Twitch channel live. It's going to be really fun. And he's really excited too. So tune in tomorrow for that, and I will see you later tonight if you tune in. And of course, Karlyn, thank you very much for joining me. And
Thank you for having me again.
I'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Good night.